This is a streamlined Blender to Cascadeur and then back to Blender workflow using the Autorig Pro add-on. There are a lot of different setup options in Autorig Pro, but some of them work better with Cascadeur than others. In this video, I will show you which bone alignment works best and how the right export settings and presets used together can significantly speed up both rigging in Cascadeur and retargeting in Blender. I will also provide some presets to make your life even easier. Before we start, it's important to note that I'm using the full version of the Autorig Pro add-on because we will need the FBX export to have a game-ready rig in Cascadeur, and I will use the remap function to retarget the animation we created in Cascadeur to the original Autorig Pro armature. Another thing is that I would like to give a huge thanks to CG Dive. I will use the same model he used in his tutorial, and despite the fact that this video is a bit outdated, I was able to pick up Autorig Pro really quickly thanks to his tutorials. So let's jump to Blender and set up the Autorig Pro armature. So I will use the smart feature. I will select everything and get the selected objects. And there is now an AI feature to guess the markers. This will set up the bone markers automatically, and it does a pretty good job in this case. And I also want to set up the fingers this way. I don't want to go into details in the rigging process and how to use Autorig Pro. I just want to focus on the things that are important for Cascadeur. And one thing that is quite important is what preset are you using. So Autorig Pro default works good, but I want to use one of the Unreal Engine presets because Cascadeur recognizes Unreal Engine armatures and it will help a lot with setting up the rig in Cascadeur. So you can use both Unreal Engine 4 and 5. I will use the Unreal Engine 5 one. The main difference is the number of spine bone and neck bones, but one thing I want to change is the spine alignment. So both Unreal Engine mannequin will come with an arch spine, which is not ideal for Cascadeur. I will show you in a second why. So I want to switch this to straight, and also the clavicles I think it's better if they are straight. And to show you why, I prepared two scenes. This one is an armature with straight spine, and this is the same model with arch spine. I have already set up the rigid bodies just quickly. So let's generate the rig. And if we go to auto posing mode, you can immediately see the difference. So basically auto posing is trying to straighten the spine, and if the spine is arched, then it will cause this really unappealing pose. So because of this, I would highly recommend using the straight spine alignment. I believe it will be improved in the future in Cascadeur, but as of now, this is the better option. I will also just quickly set up the facial rig. We can use the AI features again to guess the face marker, and it does a pretty good job except for the ears and maybe the eyes are not correct, and that is because of the hair and the eyelashes. So let's just do it again. I will also set up the eyes, tongue and teeth. I will have one object for both eyes, and I have a tongue, and the teeth are separated into two meshes, and we can click OK and go. This will set up the reference bones. You can tweak the bone alignment to be more accurate. For this video, I think it's good enough. And I will generate the control rig. And now you can move the control rig, but we need to still skin the character. So I will go to the skinning tab. So this kind of model, because of the overlapping parts with the clothing and hair and stuff, voxelized skinning works best. And I will uncheck preserve volume because that won't transfer to Cascadeur. And we can bind it. And now if we test, it works pretty well, with some minor issues with the ankle. Again, check CG Dive's tutorial for more details, and he will go into detail how to fix some issues with the weight painting. If it doesn't work in Blender, it definitely won't work in Cascadeur, so make sure to spend some time correcting everything, especially for the body. But I think we can go ahead and export the model to Cascadeur. and I will use the export tab. In my experience, both FBX and GLTF works fine. I will use FBX because it's better supported in both software, and I will use the Unreal Engine preset because, as I said, it's better supported in Cascadeur. This is a humanoid model, so I will select that. We only want the rig, and these settings are correct. I don't need the IK bones because they won't be animated in Cascadeur. It could be useful if you are working from Blender to Cascadeur to Unreal Engine. If you are curious how to set up the IK bones to be animated in Cascadeur, I can make a separate video about that, but here I will skip it. The most important thing is to check the renaming for Unreal Engine. So the bone names will be the same as for the Unreal Engine mannequin, and this will help us speed up the rigging process in Cascadeur. If during the rigging you use the Unreal Engine 4 preset, you should also check this option, but in my case I use the Unreal Engine 5. So everything is correct now. So I will export it as Unreal Engine 5, override the previous test that I made, and now we can jump into Cascadeur. So in a new scene, I will just drag this FBX file. Cascadeur will ask us if we want to rig it, and of course we want, and we need the quick rigging tool. And because we use the correct naming, everything will be filled out, not only the body, but also both hands, and also the twisting bones are set up with the correct strength. So this is why I would suggest using the Unreal Engine presets. Otherwise you would need to just manually drag and drop and even experiment with the spine bones, which one is best for the stomach and the chest. But now, because we have everything set up, we just click the add rig elements. Just check if the rigid bodies have the correct sizes, the collisions are not too big like this one, and spend as much time as you want to correcting the collisions, the rigid body sizes. You can fix the box controllers also to better match your character. But I think it will be good enough for now, and I can generate the rig. So now our character has auto posing set up and we can start animating it. I quickly retarget an animation that I made previously just to showcase the workflow back to Blender. So we have an animation for this character that looks quite okay. One thing to mention is retargeting is only available with a Pro subscription of Cascadeur. And also we will now need to export this animation as an FBX, which is not available in the free version of Cascadeur. So you would need either an indie subscription or a Pro subscription. So this is a perfect time to shamelessly plug my affiliate link that is in the description and also in the pinned comment. So if you use that directly supports the channel, and if you use the promo code there, you can also get a discount for both the indie and the Pro subscription. But that's enough about that. Let's export the animation. And now we can import back the animation to Blender to retarget it. So in the current version of Blender, there is a new FBX importer, but also the old version is still available. Generally, people recommend using the old version, and just to show it, this will give us a much better result. If you see something like I get with the new version of the FBX import, the mesh is distorted, but the armature and the animation is correct. And the easy way to fix this is to select every mesh that belongs to this armature, go into edit mode, press Shift S and set the 3D cursor to the world origin, set the pivot point to the 3D cursor, select the whole mesh with pressing A, and then rotate the character on the X-axis until it's vertical, so usually it's -90 degrees. And now if I tab out from edit mode, the mesh is corrected. And now we can go to the remap tab of the Autorig Pro add-on. So here we need first the source armature, which is this one. Then we can select the target armature and click the eyedropper and build the bone list for the retargeting. You can manually select which control bone belongs to which deformation bone in the source armature, but we can use presets. Autorig Pro comes with the Unreal Engine mannequin presets, which is perfect in our case. So this preset will retarget the animation for the FK controllers of the arm and the IK controllers of the leg. Because we didn't export the IK controllers, it will give us an error, but don't worry about it. For the FK controllers, we don't even need it, so for the arm. And for retargeting to the leg IK controller, the feet will be used. So it doesn't matter, it will give us the same result. And now we can press retarget, and let's just compare the result. So for the first glance, it looks pretty good. There are a couple of issues. The fingers on the left side seems correct, but for some reason the right side is broken, and that is because some of the bones are missing from this template, and this can be fixed easily. We can mirror the bone list, and in this case the left arm is correct, so we need to mirror from left to right, and this will fill out every missing finger bone and retarget again. And as you can see, this fixed the fingers. And using IK for retargeting will always give us some differences, and in this case there is quite a big issue. So if you take a look at the pole target of the knee, you can see jumps for some reason at this section, and this can be also fixed. I will select the controller of the left feet and just focus it in the list. So as you can see, the IK is set up correctly, the correct pole target is selected. We can constrain the pole to the feet. I will use the relative target option and now retarget to see if this fixes the issue, and it does. So with retargeting, you pretty much never will get perfect results, and this is especially true for the IK controllers. And this is why I created a preset for retargeting fully to the FK controllers. So let's go to a part where there is a big difference between the two legs. And now if I retarget, the two results are much closer. You can get this preset from my Gumroad page. You can just type 0 to the value and you will get a FK preset and a full IK preset. This will have not only the legs in IK but the arms. But if your goal is to get a similar result as in Cascadeur, then I would recommend using the FK preset. So I will get rid of the imported animation because we already have a decent retargeting. And the cool thing about this is that you can use every controller. Maybe you can animate the face, you can animate the eyes, and so on. So now the limbs are controlled by the FK controllers, but if you want to tweak the animation with the IK controllers, you can go to Tools, and in the Snap IK FK section, click the gears and bake the FK controllers to the IK controllers. I will limit the timeline, so I only bake the parts that actually have some animation until frame 77 in my case, and this will bake the left arm. So I can control it with the IK controllers. And then if you need it, you can go ahead and do this for the other arm and the legs as well. So this is the easiest workflow with Autorig Pro if you want to move back and forth between Cascadeur and Blender. But if you have a different workflow that you want to be covered, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you watching the video till the end. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.